love to help, especially the new ones, So
what's up, guys? It is your girl Sarah from Sarah's House here. That was a great introduction. And this is Roslyn, and she loves to help. And I think that is very true. It was a perfect introduction to her. We were chatting a little bit before we got started, but today is my YouTube accountability. I feel like I'm shouting at you guys. Sorry. I'm just excited to be here. I've had a day of little kids, and so now I get adult interaction. So I'm excited to have you here. Let me just introduce the chat real quick, and then we will hop right in. So this is my weekly accountability. It is every single Monday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard on YouTube. It is open to anyone. So sometimes I'll ask people to come on, but it is open to anyone. There is room for 3 other people. We might be having one other person join us as well. It's her kid's bedtime. So she said she would hop on depending on how bedtime goes. So we might have one other person, but if you would like to join, just send me a DM and you guys are always welcome to join. We talk about accountability. So our successes for the week and then our goals for the next week and everything that comes up in between. Today, I'm positive we're going to talk a little bit of TikTok and Reels because Roslyn's videos they're so addicting. On Instagram. So that's my little spiel. If you are watching this does go on a podcast as well. So this is a YouTube live, but then I do the recording on a podcast if you want to listen to us talk and not necessarily watch us talk. So why don't you introduce yourself a little bit? Tell us a little bit about you, a little bit about reselling, where you resell on, if you're part-time, full-time, and anything else you'd like to share.
Okay, so first of all, I just want to thank you, Sarah, for inviting me. And well, the whole story started back in 2016. I just downloaded the PoshMark app, and like everybody else, like we start, listing stuff from our closet, the kids' closet, and then you end up loving it so much that
you start sourcing for it.
Yes, it becomes, it became a business. But I had some experience before with eBay. Me and my husband, we had a eBay store. We opened it in 2006, I'm sorry. And I had a little bit, he used to sell equipment from his studio. So I knew how to, cheap items and all that. But Poshmark was, another thing, like a very different app than anything I knew because of the community. I learned so much. I started in 2016. I immediately, like months after, I went to my first Posh and Sip. So that helped me also meet people from Georgia because I'm not originally from here. I used to live in New York and New Jersey for 10 years. And then when I moved here in 2010, I didn't know anybody, just the PTA school moms and all that. But
I know do resells. It's like the first time you go to a Posh and Sip, it's like you like, at least for me, I was like talking for hours. So I'm like, my husband will only listen to so much thrifting. And you could talk, like having, because we don't have coworkers, right? So it was glorious to have.
Yeah, so that was like an amazing experience knowing all these ladies and talking about things that we actually love. Like Sarah is saying, like, yeah, I can talk to my husband, but he won't just listen for a few minutes and he will get bored. Yeah. And that's how I started. And right after that, 2017, I opened a Mercari account. Like that was, quick. Like I'm that kind of person who would jump into something and just learn as I go.
I'm the same. I was on Poshmark I started in November, kind of did a couple things, and then the next weekend after my first thing sold, I came home with like 100 thrifted items. Like, let's do this.
So yeah, that's how I started. I right now I'm selling on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay. I opened a Depop account, but I haven't have any luck in that area. Okay. Even though I added videos to my listings and all that, I don't know what's going on. So
yeah, I don't do Depop, but if anyone in the comments has Depop secrets, let us know to help her out. I feel like your stuff, at least from what I see on Instagram, I feel like your stuff would definitely, the vibe of it. Like Depop has that vibe, and
yeah, but Poshmark is actually my main source of income.
The PoshFest one.
Yeah, like I'm the kind of person who always sells most of my stuff in my Poshmark closet is stuff that I like, that I would like to wear. Mercari is something else. Huh?
Is it all your size? Because you model a lot.
Most of them. I mean, I buy medium, large, and extra large, but I want to buy more like plus size inventory. But I'm just thinking, like, how am I gonna maintain the whole look of my closet if you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I've modeled, and it gets kind of, because I model my stuff too, and I've modeled stuff and like clipped it in the back. But then I have had people say, well, I want to know what it really looks like. And I'm like, well, I don't, like, this looks better than on a hanging model, but I'm not size, like I can't change that, and I'm not paying. So I think if it's like a size or two bigger, it's worked for me. But when it's like multiple sizes bigger, then it doesn't fit. Like a couple of clips doesn't.
Because I like the other day I found this blazer, beautiful blazer, and claim black. The blazers are very in right now. I went to my local TJ Maxx. I think that was Marshall's. March and TJ Maxx are next to each other where I live. So it was large. And if you look at the pictures, it kind of look a little, big on me, but I try to make it work. I hope I don't have to change the picture.
Yeah, but I think people can get an idea. I don't know. Resell Secrets is asking, what is that vibe? Old lady wants to know. I'm assuming she's talking about Depop. It's like streetwear.
More young, I guess. More vintage, like,
Yeah, I feel like you can only buy stuff on Depop if you're under 25. Right?
Hello? Well, you want me to say my age?
No, we don't have to say it. I mean, you can if you want to. I'm not saying your age. I'm not under 25 either. But I think it's like the Gen, I don't know all the different Gen X's, Gen Y's. I can't remember which one is which. But it's like the high school, like the hipstery high school.
Hipster, yeah.
Vintage type of stuff. Right? Did I explain that well enough?
But you know what? There's some people that are older that can rock that vibe too. You know what I mean? They can, I don't know, like I've seen people rocking these styles that they mix prints and all that, and they look good.
Yeah, no, that's valid.
You're
right. I shouldn't have been biased to age. All right.
Some people are like, like they can rock it. I mean, I don't remember this lady on TikTok. She's a reseller. I don't remember her name, but she can rock her outfit. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm telling you.
Well, now that you say that, Girly Girl Styles is definitely like a Depop vibe, and she is, I know we're around the same age. She's not under 25. So I'm taking that back. There's not an age. So I'm glad you called me out. There's not an age, but it's definitely like the history. I just feel old and out of style. Like
you're not. If you're old, then I'm very old.
All right, on to new things. So you sell on Depop, or you just got a Depop. You're on Mercari, eBay, and Poshmark, but Poshmark is your main gig. Are you a full-time, like is reselling your only source of income?
Well, right now it is. I mean, it's mine, but my husband, I mean, we're okay. Like I'm doing this because I want my own income. You know what I mean? Like, but I had a part-time, and my county is doing virtually learning. So they put me on furlough. So yeah. So I've been doing this since March that we went on lockdown. I've been reselling full time. And that's why I have more time to study TikTok and do more TikToks.
And on that note, I want to get back to what you just said, but this is a perfect leeway into this. Is it this week that you have your course coming up?
Actually, I have mine already, but I'm going to have another one. I just have to. Yes, I'm going to have another one.
Okay.
And because the other one, I didn't plan it. Somebody was hosting, and I want to do my own because I want to record it and, have my own footage from, to share on my channel. So be on the lookout for the next one.
Okay, so be on the lookout. And we're going to get into TikTok and Reels because she definitely has lots of information. But I want to go back to your work situation. And so were you like working at the schools and then you got furloughed? Because you mentioned remote learning.
Yeah. Like my youngest one, he's a senior and he's doing virtual learning. We are doing virtual learning. So they now going to do the choice on, I think, October the 7th. I think they're going to start giving the people the choice to go to school or stay home. But my son wants to stay home. And I feel more comfortable that way because he doesn't have any asthma anymore. He suffered from asthma when he was younger. And we don't know, he could be okay. And,
I feel like it's hard though, as a senior, to miss the in-person senior year. Is he struggling with that?
He really doesn't care. He only misses his friends.
Yeah.
I
get that. Let me check in with the chat real quick. We have you bring lots of good friends on. Lots of new phrases. So if you notice anyone, I do actually know some of these. But
yes, Cynthia, Leslie, Letty, Michelle, Lisette. Oh my God, thank you.
I know you have a big following. You guys definitely have to follow. Michelle, I think you're an admin. If you can put Roslyn's, you have a YouTube and an Instagram, right? Yes. So if you can find her links and put them in the chat for me, that would be great. So Leslie, Reseller's Passion, we love her here at this channel. Do not miss Roslyn's TikTok and Reels class. I made it last week. It was amazing. I learned so much. I was thinking it was this week. I knew I should have put it on my calendar, but I was like, no, I'll see it come up in my feed. I did not, because I'm remote learning children. Is it like a recording is up, or I just need to make sure to keep an eye out for your next one?
No, I'm going to make a post and then I'm going to send the links to join, and it's going to be free. So it's going to be live. It's going to be live. So I'm going to be teaching you as you,
I need that because Grumpy Thrifters is asking, I put it up. What is Reels? I'm going to let you explain it because you're going to be much better than I am.
So Reels is, let me say, my opinion, is a bad copy of TikTok. There, I said it. It's fine. Like, I'm not hating on it. I'm just, from what I know, I think TikTok is a better app because they made it first. So you have way better options on TikTok. But Reels, yes, it's just a small clip, 15 seconds. That's all you get. And then you can record clips and add music to it. And then if you want to cut and edit the little clips, you can do that on the app. But see, TikTok lets you edit way better and add better transitions. And yes, you can use the filter from Instagram. Like I did a Reels with my butterflies around me, like the one that they have. And that's it, only 15 seconds. And you can...
Oh, it's only 15 seconds?
That's it. TikTok, on the other part, you can do 60 seconds, 15 seconds. So you have two options on TikTok if you want to make it longer. Which, what I told the ladies on my tutorials is that you got to remember, if you're going to share something that you made on Reels or TikTok and you want to share it to the Poshmark stories, Poshmark stories are 15 seconds too. So that's what I do. Like most of the TikToks that I make now are 15 seconds because I know I can share it to Poshmark. You can use it for so much. You can use it, for the TikTok, for the Reels. You can actually transfer all your TikToks to your Reels. That's what
You're going way too fast for me. Okay, so you could transfer your TikToks to Reels. Yes, okay, I did know that. But you can't go the other way. You can't do Instagram to TikTok.
You can do it. You can do Reels to TikTok. I just like it better if you do a TikTok and transfer to Reels because you have more options to edit your video on TikTok.
I've heard that I'm not on TikTok. I cannot possibly do another thing. And I'm secretly hoping that whatever's happening, they might go away.
Yeah, I know.
I'm secretly hoping for that just because I can't learn another platform. But I know everybody loves it. I'm eventually going to have to do it, I think. Okay, so for your stories, because you have Poshmark stories, 2-part question here for you. One, you make a Reel or a TikTok and you save it to your phone and then you put it on your Poshmark stories, right? Because you can't share directly. Like on Instagram, you can share to your Facebook, but you can't do that
No, you have to save it on your phone and then transfer it to the PoshMark stories. So yeah.
Okay, so that's one extra step. Now, this part 2 question is your stories. Do you use your stories on Poshmark a lot? I have forgotten that that's really a feature.
I mean, I don't know if they're working, but I'm definitely, since I have, like I said before, since I have the TikToks, why not? You know, and most of my TikToks are with my inventory on my clothes. So yeah. And then you can tag, you know, that on the Poshmark stories, you can tag the item. So if they like something from the stories, then they can go ahead and just click on it and, you know, buy it.
Yeah, I think it has true potential because it's kind of like Instagram where you can connect your store and then you can shop, only it's all in
exactly. Yeah.
But it's one extra, like, to me, it's like one more thing that I now have to do, where if it was all like, if TikTok and Instagram and Poshmark was all connected and I can make one video and it was just like, but even just, you know, a couple steps here for a, you know, busy mom of 3, it's so much to keep up with. But I hadn't thought about doing a Reels and then just putting it on my Poshmark story.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, because then if you do the Reels, then you can use it for Poshmark. So
yeah. Okay. So she definitely has lots more to share. I'm positive of it, but this isn't what this is all about. So definitely make sure to head to her Instagram, because you'll have information there when you have your live class, because then you can ask all the questions. I don't know where this comment is for me to take it off the screen. There we go. Sorry. Roslyn is the queen of TikToks and Reels.
Oh my God, Mariana. Thank you, Mariana.
No. Her videos are so fun. And they just are like so oh my God, I just love them. They always put me in such a good mood. I kind of feel, I hope you don't mind, I share them to my stories all the time.
No, I feel humble that you do that. I'm like, wow, Sarah started sharing my TikTok. Oh my God, no, thank you.
Well, I'm glad you think of it as cheering on and not like this lady is creeping on me.
No, not at all. I love it.
All right, let's get into the topic at hand. A few minutes into it. So let's talk about you are a full-time reseller. So your weekly successes, and this can be anything you want to choose from, big or small. Tell us a little bit about your weekly successes that you had this week. And then this goes for the chat as well, that even if you're not on camera with me, let's share your weekly successes for me. Mostly related to reselling, but sometimes, you know, there's big successes that we want to share as well. So,
okay. So this week, I actually had a good Sunday. I mean, yeah, last Sunday was a good one. I had 7 sales on one day. And Saturday, I had 2 sales. And then during the week, it was on and off. A few sales one day. I think my worst day was Wednesday. Nothing, 0. And then, you know, it doesn't put me down anymore, because I know I probably have 0 sales one day and then I get 5 or 4 the next day. So I'm not going to be dwelling on that, because it's not worth it.
I need to work on that, because I'll be in a cranky mood. And one of the first questions my husband will ask is, how many sales have you had today?
Don't ask me.
Can you tell it's not been a one?
And, but, you know, a huge success for me too, in my personal, you know, life, I guess, it's kind of reselling too, was putting my first YouTube video up. Yeah, so that was an achievement for me. And this week too, I actually made a really hard personal decision that I was leaving my job, my part-time job, because I don't think the risk personally for me is worth it. You know what I mean? I work around kids, and, you know, I don't think I'm going to feel safe. So that's it. I'm going to be reselling full time. Weepy.
That's exciting. It's interesting that you say that, because I think that's where a lot of people are right now. Not necessarily working, but like for me, it was like, do we put the kids in? Do we not put them in? It's hybrid. And there's not a right answer, and you have to do what is right for you and what makes you
for your family. Yeah.
Yes. And you're going to be okay with whatever results end up, however you're going to feel okay with it. And I bet, is it a big weight lifted off of your shoulder? Like just having the decision made.
Yeah, it is. It is. And my husband helped me with the decision. And, because I was a little sad, I worked so hard to get that job. And then just, I don't like to quit. I don't like to call it that. I don't like to say, oh, I'm quitting. You know what I mean? I think that's the hard part, saying that you quit something. But reselling is being a blessing since the day one, because when I found reselling, I was a stay-home mom. I was just doing PTA and volunteering and helping my kids' teachers and all. I was a taxi. You know how it is. You have the 3 kids now, so dance, cross-country, music class, whatever. All that I did. And when I found PoshMark, it's like, oh, wait, I found something that that I'm good at. That this is me. This is my place, and I feel I'm making money. So I was feeling good about it. So now that this happened when we were in lockdown, like I wasn't that sad, just on that area. You know what I mean? Because I've been through this before. So the sad part was like not having a normal life. But, other than that, I was okay staying home and doing this.
Yeah, it's funny because I talk to, like, my husband's working from home now, and like my sister and brother and stuff, and they're working from home, and they're like, oh, I've gained so much weight and like all of these things. And I'm like, oh, like this is just like I'm a stay-at-home mom. And now granted, I'm not taxing as much because which is actually kind of nice to me. I'm like, we actually have less places to go, and it's been nice for me, but I'm like, I'm at home all the time anyway. Now I just have my kids here with me, so that makes it a bit harder.
Yeah, that's hard. I'm telling you, I did that, and I know how it is.
It is, but then I also, once they're asleep for the day, then I like think about it, and I'm like, oh, it's nice to have them here. And but before this call, I wouldn't have said that. I was like, I can't take another minute of that. It's very exhausting. And I think that's why a lot of, and maybe it's just who I am connecting with because that's what I am. But I think a lot of people do this because it's so flexible, and you can be a stay-at-home mom and you can work 40 hours a week if that's what the schedule allows. And then you can bring it back to 10 because you have ballet and soccer and whatever it is. And you don't have to work on anyone else's schedule. And it gives you a sense of purpose outside of your children. And it sounds awful. If you don't have kids, it kind of sounds awful. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about.
I understand. I completely understand. Let me tell you, I know having 2 kids to run around and the other one in my hip. I know. Like I know. Like, wow. I remember those days. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go back. Like I love them and I enjoy them. Like I was so blessed to, stay at home, stay home with them and, taking care of them. But, I need my space now. Like, and, I have a great relationship with my daughter. She lives 10 minutes from me. She finished college this year, this last June. But she still needs me. She calls me. We're friends. She calls me every day. Like, oh, it's just talk about her day and complain and all that, And whenever she calls me and she gets day off, I can say yes, I can go, because I'm not at my job. I can work around my schedule. So when she calls me, it's like, okay, I can I can go with her.
I'll take pictures tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's what I call it, a blessing, because family first. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how old are your kids. You just want to try to spend as much time with them as you can. So
yeah, and that's kind of where, like, when I started doing the reselling, I was like, oh, it's flexible. And I was more thinking like I can do PTA or I can volunteer in the classroom or I can like do soccer practice. I didn't think that was going to mean I was going to become their teacher. Like, no, we were going to be in a pandemic. But it's taken me about a month. And I'm able to, oh, there she is. Ashley's joining us. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
This is Ashley from Revive Tribe. So
hi, guys.
The kiddo is down, I'm assuming all is well on that front.
Yes, he's sleeping.
Oh, nice. So I'll let you introduce yourself now because I don't remember what I was talking about. So this is
sorry.
actually, oh, no worries. That's the kind of show that it is. So if you want to give us a little bit of an introduction to you, a little bit about who you are, how you got into reselling, full-time reseller, and then what platforms you sell on.
So I'm Revive Tribe. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm Revive Tribe, Ashley, and I have been a full-time reseller for about 3.5 years. I started on eBay, migrated to PoshMark very quick, sell on Mercari, and then I also do Redup and the RealReal. But currently liquidating the business for some big announcements and changes. Not done reselling, but I have a baby on the way, and there's another announcement coming soon. So there's that. It's just been a long time. So full-time, 3.5 years, give or take. And then reselling really since I was a teenager.
And you have a baby on the way, but then you showed us the thing. You have another one as well. So
I have a little boy. Yeah.
Almost 2. Yeah. Almost 2 to be.
Well, he'll be, almost 2.
No, 2 children.
Yeah,
2
I was
children.
like, my son's 3,
yeah, sorry. That didn't come out right. 2 children, but then almost 2 children because you're pregnant. But he's 3.
He's 3. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like we're our kids are around.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, because you guys are both full-time resellers, I want to pick your brains a little bit about how you do it. Like because if you're a full-time reseller, you kind of have to be doing things to get sales every day. And your main platform is eBay. Roslyn, yours is PoshMark. So I'm kind of interested to hear in the different techniques that you guys do.
My main platform is actually PoshMark. I don't sell on eBay at all anymore. I'm like, I go through spurts with eBay where I'm like, okay, love eBay, and then I'm like, oh, eBay, I hate you. So it depends on my mood and what month it is. So.
Gotcha. Okay, so right now you're both. I thought I heard you say you started on eBay.
I started on eBay.
That's why I must have got that. So you're both. So this is actually really good. So tell us kind of tricks that you guys have, things that you recommend doing daily. Even if you're not a full-time reseller, things that you think help you guys get those daily sales. I'm assuming like on average daily.
Are you waiting for me or are you going to go?
Yeah. No, you can go first.
Okay, so my biggest thing is consistency. I realized that when I first started, I was listing. It really started with me listing things in the house. My son's clothing, my clothing, things I didn't want anymore. But then when I started sourcing and finding the Instagram community, the reselling community on Instagram, that's really when things took over. And for me, consistency is key. Even if you are unlisting 5 items a day and just relisting those, they won't talk about the algorithm on Poshmark. Like, it's just like this big secret that nobody wants to talk about, but it really does help in sharing, which I hate the sharing part of it, but it really, really does allow for you to propel your business in a way that you're going to see results. So my iWatch is going off.
Mine does the same.
I was like, why did it just do that? Oh no. And it just kicked over to my camera. So relisting is huge. So like they did the relisting feature. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like if it's 60 days or more, it will do it. Yeah. So I've been pulling the inventory report, even though I'm liquidating and getting rid of my 1,000 item inventory. Anything that's been listed for 60 days, I check it every day. And then because I was uploading 10 items a day at one point, so I have about 10 items to relist every day. And I'm just doing that right now, but consistency is huge to be successful.
And I think, to speak to the algorithm, they like to say there's not an algorithm. There is. Like, you can't function on a kid. Like, you have to have. It's not like an eBay algorithm, right? But it's a social app. And so you have to be social on it to get it, whether that's relisting or we talked about stories a little bit. Roslyn, I'll let you share kind of things that you do, but you have to be social. You have to be active in various different.
Definitely. That's one of the things I was going to say. Each day I try to follow new people, especially the fresh, what is it? Fresh ones.
New users. Yes.
New user. Yeah. Those are the goal, the goal of mine, because like Sarah and you guys were saying that it's a social app. You have to follow people. You have to do community shares a little bit here and there. I just go, every, I don't know, during the day, whenever I have time, I go and do a little bit of community shares, but sharing.
Yes.
And that's why I have a VA, so I don't do shares anymore.
Yeah, my biggest thing is to touch on that. If you can outsource, do it. If you can financially make a sound decision for your business to outsource, like I have a lister, so I haven't listed anything unless I'm using that copy feature in over a year. So like I have a lister who's virtual. I've never even met her.
That's good.
But like I have a VA as well, and so
But I have the VA and also list perfectly to.
I use Vendu.
Yeah, because that help you
Streamline.
do so much cross listing in less than 30 minutes, or probably, I don't know, it depends how many platforms do you have, but let me tell you, that saves so much time.
They have been game changers for people.
And if you want to create some content like Sarah, she creates content. I don't know if you have a channel, but if you want to create some kind of content just besides, listing and sharing, then you need it. I waited until this year to get a VA and to get List Perfectly. So, I waited and I did it all copy and paste, and I share my own closet, but
and your hands hurt. They've got your thumb. You're gonna get.
That's it. Here. Come on. I'm tired of it.
It's kind of interesting. So that you brought this up. So next week I do have a couple of people I asked to come on. I'm not going to tell you who it is because it'll be like a surprise. But I do. It's people that have been a little bit vocal in the community about the sharing feature on Poshmark. So I'm going to pick their brains about. Because I feel like there's a lot of that happening in the community right now with having to share and stuff. So I'm having to. Influencers, they're bigger than I am, so I consider them influencers.
Right.
On my channel next week. So definitely make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications so you guys can watch that, or it'll be on the podcast the following week as well. So I think
people are feeling it a little bit more, the sharing, because they're home. So they're like, I want those consistent sales because I'm able to dedicate a little more time than normal and I'm not working in an office. And now they're like, this sharing sucks.
Yeah.
Well, and I think too, because of everything that's happening in the economy and with COVID, sales are kind of fluctuating up and down. And so people are trying to figure out how to manage this. And there's so many platforms now. And then you have List Perfectly and ThreadUp's getting in the game and all of these things that you're comparing all of the different platforms to one another. And that is one of the downfalls to Poshmark, is the constant having. But it is nice. You guys are full-time sellers. So I think it may matter a bit more to you. The nice thing about it for part-time sellers, side hustles, you can make it to the top of, like, you don't have to be great at your SEOs. You don't have to be a full-time reseller to make sales on Poshmark.
Right.
Because you can as long as you share it, it goes to the top. So I think that is kind of an advantage for a different set of people. And maybe why Poshmark hasn't gotten it. Like, I don't know what their business plan is, right? Do they want more of the people that are just side hustle? But that's what I liked when I first started Poshmark, was like, eBay's scary. I don't know how to do that. I can make a post and share it and I'm making sales. Like, all I have to do is share. I can handle that as I figure out how to resell, right?
Yeah.
I do want to ask, Roslyn, do you do ThreadUp?
No, I haven't. And I'm looking at my bag right there.
Oh, do you have one? I
have one there and I haven't started because I've been focusing on making videos and all that. And I'm like, I need to do that. And I know, but it's looking at me.
Just make the jump. Just make the jump.
I haven't done it yet. And
we can hold hands, because I just did my first bag just got processed. So I don't know how it's going to go. I have a second bag that just got there. But I want to ask you, Ashley, because you did mention it, but you also have a lister. And I'm trying to figure out if it's going to be worth the benefit for me. I mean, I'm new to this. So I want to see what's selling and what it sells for. But as far as time goes, it's not proving to be less time for me because I pay a lister. So I'm not having, like, instead of taking the pictures, I'm putting together a box and sending it. But I'm still having to, like, manage and drop prices and pay attention and right. So I'm not seeing the time benefit because I pay someone to list, right? Like, I'm not, a lot of people are like, oh, it's so much less time. And I'm like, well, I don't list.
Nor do I. So it's hard for me to, because I think the scale that I was listing for, because I also consign. So at any given time, I have local resellers here in New Hampshire where I am that will drop off anywhere between 200 and 700 items every couple months, because they're sourcing as if they're going to list it all and they just drop it off to me and we do a commission split. because they wanted to do that part.
You're your own ThreadUp.
Essentially,
Right?
yes. I mean, if I showed you my wall, you'd be like, oh my goodness. But yeah, so I mean, I'd say 80% of my business is consignment. It's not even mine, which is great.
Yeah.
But the stuff that I'm liquidating is mine right now, and that's been really tough. But
so they just
sending to ThreadUp. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Roslyn.
No, that's okay. I was going to ask her. So they just drop off the clothes at your house, and then somebody else will pick it up and list it for you? That's how it works?
So my lister is actually virtual. I have never met her. She's actually, it's weird, but she's my best friend, and we've never met. We met through Poshmark and through the Instagram community, and she was posting like, hey, I'm listing. And that's really when my business started to pivot. And I was like, man, being a full-time mom and a full-time reseller, I need to start like outsourcing. And so I'll take the pictures, upload them to drafts, and good. She lists them. It's so nice.
That's good.
It's glorious. Great. I did the same thing, and it allowed me to take it to the next level because I couldn't keep up with, especially because I'm on an eBay now too. And eBay, you absolutely have to list every day. PoshMark, you have to be social every day, I found, but it doesn't always have to be listing. eBay wants you to list, like, because
like Mercari too. Mercari does well for me when you keep listing.
I've heard that, and I've heard that they like relisting too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mercari's great for things like I have a client that works for a perfume company, and I'm staring at them. I'm literally looking at them like, ugh, I've had these for about a year, and I never sold any on eBay, but they go on Mercari so great. So like perfumes and things like that go great for Mercari for me.
Let me tell you, when we went, it was 2 months after we went on lockdown. I think it was at the end of April. I was watching their feed and was trending. So at that moment, I saw they were having like a lot of people were buying inflatable swimming pools.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
They were smart.
So I bought one at the beginning of the pandemic. I said, I'm going to buy one just for my kids to just, hang around, whatever, because they're older, but, they needed something to do. So, and they probably went in it like twice. So I just wrapped the whole thing. Typical. And you know what? As soon as I saw that post on Mercari, I listed that swimming pool and it got sold in an hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
So that's something too on Mercari. Like I noticed things that are trending at the moment. I'm like, wait, I have that. Let me go get it and put it here. And my Mercari store is like my flea market, because sometimes I put stuff that I won't put on my PoshMark. Yeah. Like my old, I love tennis shoes because I work out a lot and I'm very active. And sometimes my Nikes look like bad, but I clean them and you can tell they've been used, and people still buy them. Like Nike,
those feet lovers love those dirty shoes.
Yeah, Nike and Adidas are the brands that for me sell well, even if they're used for Mercari.
I feel like Nike, Adidas, a lot of sportswear stuff, especially men's sportswear, does incredible on Mercari. And I can't get it to move on Poshmark.
No.
And then kids' athletic stuff, you can't keep it on Mercari. It just goes like that. So it's nice.
That's interesting. I'm not on Mercari, so I'm just listening to all the things. I am going to
check them out. You're missing.
I go, well, so here is, I think I talked about this on my Instagram this week or at YouTube somewhere. I feel like I've talked about it recently. I don't know. But I'm on Poshmark and eBay. I have 3 kids at home remote learning. So I also do social media, right? So like my plate's not full enough, right? But I feel like I need, sales have kind of been inconsistent during this whole time. I'm like, I need another platform to kind of level it out. And it was between Mercari and Redup. And I decided to go with Redup because I'm like, well, it'll be less work.
It is.
Yeah. So I need to try that.
I will do my analysis. So pay attention. And I'll share my numbers and stuff as I go through it. Right now, I'm telling you, it's not really much less work. And something that kind of has me down on it is it's on their time frame. Like you have to change your prices, and it's in that 12 hour. Like last night I wanted to go to bed and I got the email and I was like, well, okay, where I can have 4 hours on a Saturday where I plan to do batch work and it's on my time. So, but I've heard a lot of resellers really like it. So I'm going to give it the full thing.
RealReal is my favorite though. Honestly, like I love ThreadUp and I send like my lower end items to ThreadUp. But the RealReal, I'm just telling you, they send your stuff back in like amazing packaging. They're really fast with processing. they really, I feel like they price it really fair. I mean, there's been mixed reviews, but like the experience that I have had with the RealReal, like, I don't know. I source through ThreadUp and then send it like to the RealReal. Like the stuff's not even in my house for 24 hours and I'm just flipping it. I'm like playing middleman and it's been amazing.
Well, that's one of the reasons I did ThreadUp too, because I am getting a palette and I'm kind of figuring that out
smart.
too. But I'm like, I can't process this much. And so if I can just take it from the palette, put it in a ThreadUp box and then make money and not have to process as much. I'm in like experimental mode right now. I'm trying a bunch of different things. But let's check in with the chat. Resell Secret says, my big accomplishment this week was finally cleaning out my PoshMark closet down to just 6 items and having my best sales week ever.
Wow. Amazing.
Liz is here. What's up, Liz? We love Liz on this channel. The Grumpy Thrifter's success this week is getting all my larger items packed and ready to ship. Now I can list them. I don't list until I know I will ship. That is genius, because I do a lot of clothes, purses, and shoes, but I'm doing consignment for some bigger things. And every time something sells, I am like terrified. Like, I don't want to ship this. I don't know how, but it's smart to know that you have what you need and how to do it ahead of time.
That is a really good idea.
Yeah, it is.
I way ahead of time because of eBay, but
yeah.
And clothes, you're like, okay, you put it in a poly mailer and whatever. I had the same feeling as Roslyn when I started reselling almost 2 years ago. It changed my life even. I am a PoshMark seller for sure.
I love hearing these. I don't know why, but it brings me so much joy to like hear everybody's successes.
Yeah.
So we do, this is a monthly, every Monday accountability. We talk about our successes and then we set goals for the next week.
Oh, I love this.
It's like my staff meeting. It's my accountability. We don't get staff meetings.
Great.
Oh, Amber is here. If you guys don't follow Amber Resells, she's kind of hunkered down because she has some big stuff going on in her life right now, but her channel is amazing. I love her content. Let's see. If you guys see a comment too, you can. I'm just scrolling.
I'm not seeing anything, but I might be. Oh, there we go. I see. I'm on my phone, so things like aren't showing up. And so if I go into the comments, it like disappears you guys. So
that makes sense.
I'm just going to stay put where I am.
Oh, yeah. So she's talking about, so Amber, I didn't know if I should tell. Amber is doing a actuary exam. She's like ridiculously smart. So that's taking up all her time, but she has lots of really good YouTube content. So definitely follow her. Liz is saying the algorithm isn't driven by PoshMark headquarters as something to make or break users. It is just written into a way that it works. I'd agree with that, where I feel like eBay definitely like makes an algorithm that you have to like appease to, but you can't have a computer program and app that doesn't have.
Right. It's just kind of the name of the game. Any website that's having that type of traffic, you have to have some sort of like throttle with it.
Yes, for sure. When you're on PoshMark equals carpal tunnel. For me.
Sorry.
PoshMark should give insurance packages because we all are going to need surgery.
Yep.
I know, for real. Although on that note, are you guys going to PoshFest?
I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, I bought my ticket.
Have you guys? I saw someone that got their
bag.
Their box. Yeah.
I haven't. What's mine? PoshMark.
I know. Although my mailman, I saw a drive by as I've been on this call, so hopefully it's.
I don't know if somebody checked my mailbox, but probably it's in there. We'll see.
Yeah, I decided not to this year just because Sarah, what's going on.
Yeah.
But I just that's going to be in like prime time for me, so I figured better not.
Yes. Well, and I don't know. So that's actually I haven't. It's usually that weekend, at least the times that I've been around on PoshMark. It's my birthday weekend and my
happy birthday.
Oh, thanks. And my son's birthday weekend. So it's already a busy, like mine's the week before, his is the week after. So we usually do.
Yeah, my husband is in October too. He's October 8th.
My sister's the
my
10th.
mom. My mom and my husband the same day.
Oh,
well,
that's
and
awesome.
My daughter is the end of October. So it's just like a busy month for us anyway. So I never traveled, but I'm like, well, it's virtual. So even if I can't make it to all of them, and you get a prize, like the box. I was like, it's one meeting, it's worth it.
We all love that, right?
Yes, exactly. And so I didn't I'm hoping
I
that.
Lisette is saying you see virtual BFF. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Someone said real life or virtual BFFs, which is kind of, I was thinking about that today, especially because it's been so virtual this year that like we're going to go to a PoshFest maybe next year. And then,
oh my God, we need to get together.
Right. And I'm going to feel like we're all so connected, and it might be kind of awkward, like in real life when I'm like, I know you so well, but I've never actually even met you. Right.
That's how I feel about so many people that I talk to on a daily basis. I don't know if you guys follow The Modern Beat. I posted about her last week on my Instagram, but if you guys are not following her, she literally runs her entire business Monday through Friday at the bins. And she's there Monday through Friday. That's what she does. And she literally sends everything to ThreadUp and sources vintage. But like her content is incredible. I live for her stuff. But she starts at 5 a.m. So like you're waking up watching her stories. She's like up and later up than everybody. But she, I feel like I've hung out with her hundreds of times. I've never met her. But like I could swear that we've been together hundreds of times.
Oh.
Well, I feel like, I mean, to this point, Leslie of a reseller's passion.
Yes, she's my BFF too. I
know, and we're gonna meet each other eventually. Her big win is this clutch that she sold on Etsy. I saw that on her Instagram.
I saw it. It's so beautiful.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, it was wow.
She's killing it on Etsy. I think this connects people more than usual than the actual PoshFest I went to in 2019 and met more people on the Posh Zooms they sponsored during COVID. That's because I'm interested to hear how it goes, because I feel like you go to PoshFest to a lot. I mean, you learn a little bit, but from what I've seen on YouTube, their YouTube.
Have you been to PoshFest yet, Sarah?
No, I'm sad. I was planning to go this year.
I went last year. It was my first, and the information was very basic, but like the people that I met and the networking and just like being in a room full of people that have the same exact like obsession that you do is like invigorating. Like you leave there like, I am going to transform my life. Like, it's amazing.
It goes back to what we were talking about this or earlier before you had got on, Ashley, about how that is with Posh and Sip. And that's like 5 people. So I can imagine, but then it makes me wonder how they're going to be able to do that virtually, because everyone I talk to says, okay, the content's okay, but it's more about like connecting with each other. But if there's 100 people on a Zoom call, like, how can you connect? You know, so I'm interested.
I wonder if they're going to have breakouts. You know, like some sort of like breakout, and like maybe they have some special thing with Zoom where like, here's a party and you have these breakout chat rooms. I mean, I don't know. With 100 people on a Zoom all trying to talk, could you imagine?
You know that we did the symposium with the Poshkin and Jasmine.
Yes, right.
So that was, for me, I was like, probably this is what Poshfest is going to look like, because, you know.
But it wasn't like it was just watching the speakers. Was there?
Yeah, they probably have something else. We'll see.
Yeah, because they did like the Posh and coffees too. So I think
I will be interested to see how it goes. I'm not attending this year again, just because of what's going on. But I'm interested to see what everybody's feedback is this year, because I do think that if anything, they do need to be really selective with who's speaking, and people who are going to provide amazing content and like helpful information. I did feel like at PoshFest last year, because it was my first time, I felt like it was a lot of like introductory type information that like you would get anywhere. I feel like they definitely need to have like advanced information just to like keep us seasoned resellers a little bit more like, oh, we want to go to that.
Yeah, they can have advanced and basic, you know what I mean? They can have like kind of like, I don't know, a room for people that are just starting to sell, and then for us that have been selling, you know, so many years, and I don't know, something like that, I guess.
This goes back, and I don't actively say it, but this goes like PoshMark has a business plan. I'm sure of it. We don't know what it is, but it goes back to like maybe they're not necessarily wanting seasoned resell. Like, why are they doing what? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not PoshMark. I'm not speaking on their behalf.
Right, but that makes sense.
But it just leads me to believe. So Liz is saying they will do breakouts, which is why you pay the $25. That's good to know. A friend of mine did a recent virtual Tony Robbins event, and they had tens of thousands of folks. I'm assuming not thousands of folks involved, and they had some breakout groups and then the main area. So technology exists to handle this.
Good.
My kids are doing breakout sessions in school all day.
I feel so technically I feel so technically derailed since this COVID, because all I've ever done, like I did like the COVID quarantine series on my Instagram when this all started, but like I haven't really done any Zooms or anything, so I just feel so disconnected.
Oh my God, I done too much of Zoom. Let me tell you. Yes.
My high schooler is in Zoom calls 7 to 3, whatever the school hours are, and then I have Zoom calls that I get to delegate for my preschooler and my kindergartner. So I know Zoom well. And then I Zoom. We were talking, Roslyn, about I do Zoom for YouTube and stuff. On that note, I did want to ask, we were talking, so Roslyn just started her YouTube. She is a Spanish speaker and obviously an English speaker. For those in the chat, or if you're watching this in the comments, do you guys have a preference? Like, do you want to see some content in Spanish, or are you preferring it more in English with subtitles? You know, we were kind of just thinking, brainstorming about, I would prefer English because I don't know. But I do know, Roslyn, and I mean, a lot of the people in the chat I'm recognizing from Instagram, you have a large Spanish following, and I love how much you are helping in the community with that. So I'm giving a informal poll for you.
I think that's a great idea. Even if you
I can do both.
half,
I mean, I can keep doing both.
Even if you did half and half, I think that's great, because I haven't personally seen another reseller doing videos in Spanish towards the Spanish speaking community. I think that's like a niche right there. That's really great.
People that are doing, like, they have like a Spanish channel just focused on Spanish people. There are not too many of them. I mean, but I know them. But I would like to bring information in both languages, because I feel I have friends that only speak English. Like Sarah was saying, like, I want to help both.
Right.
Yeah, but then it's double the work. It's double the work for you.
Yeah, it is.
So I'm sure you'll figure it out. I'm here to help however I can. Oh, that wasn't to me. Okay, we are getting towards the end of this. So let's quickly go over. I want to say my successes for the week. I was actually so we've been remote learning 3 weeks now. And I was very anxious. I don't know how I'm going to do this. My business is going to completely fall apart, and over the whole situation. And we've actually gotten into a pretty good routine. And now that I say that, it's going to blow up in my face or something.
Just knock on wood.
No, that's not going to happen.
I'm on my desk. But I feel like I'm not getting as much work as I was able to before, but we've gotten the teacher for the little kids is actually very understanding of parents are working. And they go to a Montessori school, so they're really not keen on kids being on technology a lot. So a lot of the lessons that they send are more interactive and not just.
That's good.
Anyway, so that's my spiel.
Shout out Montessori. I love Montessori. Sorry.
Oh yeah. I saw you shake your head. It's been amazing, and it's been, especially remote, I was a little nervous. She's sending home materials for us, and so it's really
that gives me hope, because my little guy was supposed to start. We were going to do Waldorf, and where we're going is only Montessori. So I'm like, okay, that gives me hope. I'm okay with that.
Send me a DM. I will tell you all the things I love.
Okay, cool.
So we've kind of gotten into a routine, and I'm actually able to get more done than I thought I was. And I've had it on my back burner to work on some more content, YouTube, possibly classes, analytic type thing. And on Saturday, I actually did that for 4 hours, which was so Saturdays I usually work for 4 hours, and it's usually all of the things I haven't gotten done for the week and all kinds of things. And this time I was able to get stuff during the week done because we were able to get a routine going. And I was able to actually sit down. I'm nowhere close to where I want to be and where I thought I would be with 3 kids in school. I thought I was going to have, all week and no kids at home. But I'm feeling a bit better about having the kids at home, us getting into routine, and me getting back to doing some of the things outside of reselling that I want. So that was kind of my big win. I'll let you guys share your goals for the week. It felt really good. I had a good weekend because it was off my chest.
It's not as bad as you painted the picture, right? I love when that happens, when it's not as bad as you painted it.
And then you have your paddle boating, your paddle, what is it?
Yeah, our paddle boat. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. I would love to do that here.
It's nice. So she saw in my stories, I usually try and take Sundays off. And we got a couple paddle boats, and we live about 10 minutes from a reservoir. I'm in Colorado. It's not in the mountains, but it's in the foothills.
I'll be in Denver in October.
I have to visit one day.
Yeah,
I want to go. Yeah, I want to go.
It's nice. Well, and it's nice that it's close because we have the kids and pack up it kind of feels like you're camping outdoors.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been totally nice. So I've been taking Sundays off, and we've been doing that. I have the link on my Amazon. If someone sent me a comment and was like, what do you have? And I was like, oh.
Yeah, here in Georgia, we do a lot of hiking. That's what I like to do.
Us too. That's
I'm
what
going to
we do
start
in
doing
New
my
Hampshire.
workout again because I had to take a month off working out because I had surgery too. But I'm fine. Like I'm better than I was.
Okay.
And my next week, actually, I'm starting with my weights again. I lift weight. I've been lifting weights for longer than 5 years, so that's another passion of mine. And
I need to talk to you post baby.
I actually have like an Instagram that I dedicated for my fitness. I mean, it's not a big account or anything. I just
what is it?
Fit with Fig.
I'm gonna follow you because I'm gonna need inspiration after this baby comes.
I'm big into fitness, but I just like being active every day.
But I have my own gym in my basement. We finished. My husband is a retired carpenter, so I helped him finish that area when we bought this house. So we have the basement, like part of it is our gym. So I do that, and I also love to walk and hike. And that keeps me busy. And like Sarah is doing, I need that time for me. Like I need
for sure
that. Yeah, because if not, I go crazy.
If I don't work out, I am like a terror for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about. We do have a question. Actually, Roslyn, I'm gonna have you share your goals for this coming week, and then we'll get to the question.
Okay, so for this week, I need to do two more YouTube videos. And
I'm excited.
Oh my God, guys, I'm so excited because last year I found this, it's like, what is the name of it? It's like a liquidator sale from movie sets.
Oh.
And I went last year and I had so many things. Like they have clothes, they have everything. And I'm going to go first thing in the morning. They're going to open on Wednesday. So yes, I'm excited for that, to get inventory.
Exciting, yeah.
Yeah, they had even costumes and wow.
Oh, and Halloween. Although I don't know if Halloween's canceled.
Speaking of Halloween, y'all, when you are going thrifting, check those Halloween racks.
I made the shirts, the Incredible Mom shirt. I listed that on Mercari already. So yeah.
And a lot of like our thrift stores save a lot of vintage all year and then put it out with Halloween. So if you're a vintage seller, it's a great time as well. Okay, let me ask this question and then we'll get to you, Ashley. Where do you guys find a lister? Where did you find your lister?
A good question.
She was posting on Instagram that she was doing it. But I do know that, excuse me?
Is she taking new clients?
She's not right now. However, but if you guys go to Fiverr.com, you can very much find somebody. The issue is with Fiverr is you're going to want to find somebody who is already listing on Poshmark or eBay and knows how to do it. Don't find somebody who's not on those platforms because then you're essentially like paying to train them, paying them to train them. Fiverr.com, just do your research, read the reviews. And because I have used and outsourced on Fiverr when I was listing 50 or 60 items a day. So,
oh God. Oh my God.
I wish I can do that by myself.
Yeah, that's what I do in a week right now. So
that's normally what I do in a week, but
yeah, Fiverr is the way to go. I've used
Fiverr.
That's where I got my logo done, was Fiverr.
Yeah, I used it for other stuff and I didn't have good luck. But I'm glad other people. My lister was someone I had been in communications with on Instagram, and we just kind of started talking, and she's like, oh, I list too. And I was like, let's do the damn thing. She is also a remote teacher. So she used to take multiple, reselling clients and then also with like part-time remote teaching. Well, with everything that's happening right now, her workload for remote teaching is just really increased. So she's not taking anyone new because I keep getting people asking me and I'm like, she's not taking anyone and I don't know where to send you to. So Fiverr, and then it seems like I haven't done Fiverr for listing, but are you okay if people have questions if they reach out to you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have a link in my bio and everything for a discount. Like I've been a huge Fiverr advocate because I've had my logo done. Like I said, anything I can outsource and pay for, I will.
Yeah, my husband uses Fiverr a lot. He's a music producer, so he does. He needs people to do stuff for him, so he goes to Fiverr. Yep.
All right. Ashley, what is your goal for the week?
Well, I have 425 items still left to sell. So with that said, y'all, I'm not trying to promote, but I'm promoting.
Oh, have at it. Yeah.
So I haven't told you yet, but it's a go. We got the news last night.
Okay.
So I have 425 items to list in about a month.
To list?
Or to sell, like to clear out.
So where are you
a lot
selling?
of it I'm going to be selling. I'm going to send a lot of the lower end stuff to ThreadUp over the next couple days, but anything in my closet really at this point, like I'm letting it go for what I paid for it, just because I can't say, but I can't.
Yeah.
I need to just liquidate.
It needs to go. It needs to
Okay.
go.
So if you want to, if Michelle is still here, she can grab your link, or if not, if you want to come back once this is in the recording, you can put your link to your closet down.
Yeah, it's just Revive Tribe, just like my
Okay.
name that you guys see.
Perfect. And it'll be on your Instagram as well too.
Yes,
but go head on out to her closet.
Sorry.
Bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Get some inventory. So good luck with that. Are you going to
Thank
do
you.
sales and just drop prices on PoshMark and hopes?
Yeah, I've just been dropping prices. Anybody who bundles, I'm sending like really good deals, or at least in my head, they're really good deals. I don't know, but yeah, and a lot of this stuff I'm doing like mystery boxes as I'm pulling inventory.
That's good. That's a good idea. Mystery boxes are.
Before I send it to ThreadUp, I do a 5 or 6 piece box. I pre-box them and then list them, and they have been going so fast though. Like as soon as I got the swipe up feature finally on Instagram.
Wow, good for you.
So now that I have that, as soon as I list those, they're gone. So that's been really
Mystery
nice.
boxes work well if you have a following.
Yeah.
If you
I just don't want to send crap. And my thing is like, if it's not selling for me, I don't want to send it to other people and burden them. So that's where I get iffy with the mystery boxes, because I don't want anybody to get it and be like, God, Ash, why are you sending me garbage?
Yeah, right. No, and that's why I've been hesitant as well. I have only done them for new tag free people.
Yeah.
And I did like a preview-ish on my YouTube channel. So I was like, it's not all exactly this, but it's going to be like this.
Right.
So you know what you're getting yourself into. Okay, on that note, we are right at 7. So I'm going to hop off for dinner time.
It's 9 here, so I'm going to be going to bed.
It's 9 too here. I'm not going to bed yet because I have to watch Netflix.
I'm so pregnant.
Oh, what are you watching?
Listen, I watched this whole. I finished 2. Away. Am I saying it right? Away.
Yes.
Yes, you have to watch that one.
Okay.
But before this one, I was watching Halt and Catch Fire. Oh my God, that one probably you guys are gonna like, because it's kind of like it's back in the 80s where the computer program starting, and it's like we love that series. Yeah. And
I love binge watching shows. So
yeah.
I don't have Netflix anymore. I canceled last week, but I have Hulu.
I don't
have
Hulu.
Amazon, so I'm settling for those right
That's
now.
what I do. My husband and I, we always
watch Teen Mom
time together at night, so that's what we do.
My husband and I watch garbage TV, like not series, but like we watch like Teen Mom and like Jersey Shore. Like awful.
My husband would not watch that.
I'm like crap. My husband's more into it than I was. When we met, he was like watching Bad Girls Club, and I had never seen it.
Oh my God, I totally remember.
It was great. My husband is the best.
Yes, the way we song. Yeah, yes. Yesterday, listen, I was crying, but it's so good.
Someone else told me that yesterday. That is, I'm watching Rain right now, which is like complete trash. But I'm halfway into I have to finish.
But the other one, Halt and Catch Fire.
Yeah, I wrote it down. It's on my list. All right, so that is the chat. My goal for the I don't know that I have a goal. I'm just in survival mode.
Trying to leave.
Yeah, I'm trying to get as much done as I can without wanting to yell and
Hey,
scream.
you're doing great.
Don't burn yourself out,
don't
guys.
be so hard
Start
on
with where
yourself.
you are.
Yeah, don't be so hard on yourself.
No. It gives me motivation. We talked about this in the beginning too. Like, I don't feel the pressure from it. It actually is like my release. I was with kids all day trying to teach them, take them to swim lessons, like this, and then listing after, like it's my release. So I'm not burning myself out by any means. So that is the show. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
This is open to anyone who would like to join every Monday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Just send me a DM on Instagram. Make sure to hit the subscribe if you like content like that and give a thumbs up on your way out. Everyone have a good night.
Bye, guys.